Acolyte, a person who assists or follow another person or cause. Acolyte means a person who assists or follow another person or cause. Anoint, appoint or designate for a particular role or a purpose. Anoint means appoint or designate for a particular role or purpose. Base, lacking principle, morally wrong. Coercive, the act of persuading or forcing someone to do something using threat or violence. Coercion, let's pronounce it.
Coercion.
Yeah. Coercion means the act of persuading or forcing someone to do something using threat or violence. Coin, invent or devise a new word or a phrase. Cunning, showing skills in achieving one's end through deceit or evasion. Showing skills in achieving one's ends through deceit or evasion. Cunning. Discomfit, make someone feel uneasy or embarrassed. Discomfit, make someone feel uneasy or embarrassed. Dissent, hold.
Dissent.
Yeah, dissent means hold or express an opinion that varies from a prevailing or official position. Dissent means hold or express an opinion that varies from a prevailing or official position. That's a dissent. Distill, extract the most important information from something. That's distill. Dubious, suspicious of, doubtful. Ebullient, cheerful and joyful. Ebullient means cheerful and joyful. Facetious, facetious,
Facetious.
facetious. Treating serious issue with inappropriate humor. Facetious. Treating serious issue with inappropriate humor. Facetious. Fallible, capable of making error or, yeah, errant. Flawed, error prone. Fallible. Fallible means capable of making an error. Florid, excessively complicated, including too many details. Florid means excessively complicated, including too many details. Gawky, awkward or clumsy. Gawky means awkward or clumsy. In inveigle, persuade someone to do something using flattery or deception. Persuade someone to do something using flattery or deception. Inveigle, persuade someone to do something using flattery or deception. Inveigle. Jettison, abandon or discard. Jettison means abandon or discard. Mendacity, dishonesty. Mendacity means dishonesty. Munificent, more generous than is usual or necessary. More generous than is usual or necessary. Munificent. Naive, showing a lack of experience or judgment. Noble, having high moral qualities or a principle. Parochial, having a limited perspective, narrow-minded. Pedestrian, lacking imagination, excitement, ordinary. Prevaricate, evade or does the truth by being evasive. Prevaricate means evade or does the truth by being evasive. Prime, prepare something for use or action of a primary importance or measure. Prepare something for a use or action of a primary importance or a measure. That's the prime. Radical, far-reaching measure. A person advocating through or complete social political reform. Radical means far-reaching or measure, or another meaning of radical is a person advocating through or complete social or political reform. Thorough or complete social or political reform. A person advocating thorough or complete social or political reform. Recrudescent, breaking out again, reviving. Recrudescent means breaking out again, reviving. Temporal, relating to a time. Transitory, not permanent, temporary. Viable, capable of working or succeeding, feasible. Abreast, informed or familiar about a particular topic. Abreast means informed or familiar about a particular topic. That's abreast. Confound, perplex or puzzle someone. Confound means perplex or puzzle someone. Digression, an aside that strays from the main subject. Discretion,
digression,
digression, an aside that strays from a main subject. Deviation, departure. Parenthesis, aside that strays from a main subject. Digression. Discrepancy, a difference between a two or more things that should be the same. Discrepancy, a difference between a two or more things that should be the same. Duplicitous, deceptive in speech or action. Duplicitous means deceptive in speech or action. Expedient, affording short-term benefit often at the expense of a long-term. Affording a short-term benefit often at the expense of the long-term. Expedient. Fabricate, invent in order to deceive. Fabricate means invent in order to deceive. Fabricate, invent in order to deceive. That's the fabricate. Glum, let's pronounce it.
fabricate,
Yeah, fabricate means invent in order to deceive. For example, he fabricated a story about his past. Yeah. Glum, glum means appearing or feeling sad or despondent. Gloomy, lugubrious, forlorn. Forlorn, appearing or feeling sad or despondent. Gloom. Harbinger, a person or things that foreshadow or foretell the coming of someone or something. That's a harbinger, a person or things that foreshadows or foretells the coming of something or someone. Harbinger, herald. Premonition, intrinsic, belonging to the essential nature of the thing. Intrinsic means belonging to the essential nature of the thing. Largesse, the trait of being willing to donate money, resources, generosity.
largesse,
Largesse, the trait of being willing to donate money or resources, generosity. Libertine, someone loose in morals or pleasure seeker. Libertine means someone loose in morals, pleasure seeker. Malfeasance, maleficence,
malfeasance,
malfeasance, wrongdoing or misconduct, especially by public officials. Malfeasance, wrongdoing or misconduct, especially by public officials. Manifest, be revealed so plainly. Obvious, not obscure or hidden. Be revealed so plainly, obvious, not obscure or hidden. Minute, very small. Modest, in the current fashion or style. Modest means in the current fashion or style. Nascent, in the process of emerging, being born, or starting to develop. Perennial, perennial, lasting or remaining active throughout the year or all the time. Lasting or remaining active throughout the year or all the time. Perennial. Pious, deeply devout, exhibiting religious devotion. Deeply devout, exhibiting religious devotion. Pious, making a show of one's own virtue. Deeply devout, exhibiting religious devotion. Pious, providential, happening at the fortunate or opportune time. That's auspicious. Propitious, felicitous. That's providential. Prowess, skillfulness and dexterity. Prowess, skillfulness and dexterity. Prowess means prowess,
Prowess.
prowess, skillfulness and dexterity. Prowess, schism, schism,
Schism.
schism. A split or a separation within a group or organization. Schism means a split or a separation within a group or organization. Schism. A split or a separation within a group or organization. Schism. Slander. Baselessly speak ill of someone or something. Slander. Baselessly speak ill of someone or something. Slander. Defame. Slander. Stalwart. Determined. Staunch. Stalwart. Determined. Staunch. Stalwart. Stalwart. Wart.
Stalwart.
Determined. Staunch. Faithful. Stalwart. Determined. Staunch. For example, he has been a stalwart supporter of the cause, determined, staunch, stalwart. Supplicate, make a humble request, beg or beseech. Make a humble request, beg or beseech, supplicate. Terse, brief and to the point. Terse means brief and to the point. Uh, for example, he terse reply left everyone surprised by its directness. His terse reply left everyone surprised by his directness. Brief and to the point, terse. Tirade. A prolonged vehement speech or criticism. A prolonged vehement speech or criticism. Tirade. Diatribe. Universal. Applicable or common to all purposes or condition or situation. Universal means applicable or common to all purposes or condition or situation. Omnipresent. Vanquish, defeat completely. Van, vanquish, defeat completely. Conquer, trounce, quash, defeat completely. Vanquish. Woeful, very sad, very sad. Woeful means very sad, very bad. Awful,
Woeful.
very sad, very bad. Awful. Woeful means object, most unfortunate or miserable. Abject, abject.
Abject.
Yeah, most unfortunate or miserable. Abject means most unfortunate or miserable. Abject means most unfortunate or miserable. Abject. Amicable, characterized by goodwill and friendliness. Characterized by goodwill and friendliness. Amicable means characterized by goodwill and friendliness. Amicable. For example, the two companies reached an amicable agreement, characterized by goodwill and friendliness. Amicable. Animosity. Animosity, strong hostility or resentment. Animosity means strong hostility or resentment. For example, there's a long history of animosity between the two rival groups. Animosity. Ever, assert with confidence.
Aver.
Ever means assert with confidence. For example, he avers that he was home at the time of the incident. He avers that he was home at the time of the incidents. Assert with confidence. Ever, ever. Barrage. An overwhelming concentration of something, typically hostile words. Barrage means an overwhelming concentration of something, typically hostile words. Cathartic, that which releases emotional tension. Cathartic means that which releases emotional tension. Cathartic,
Cathartic.
that which releases emotional tension. Cathartic. Decipher, decode or determine the meaning of something that is difficult or to understand. Difficult to understand. Yeah, decipher means decode or determine the meaning of something that is difficult to understand. Decipher. Delusion, a belief that is not true or is founded on a false premises. Delusions, a belief that is not true or founded on a false premises. Dispense, issue, distribute or give out. Do without, get rid of. Issue, distribute or give out. Dispense means issue, distribute or give out. Do without, do without or get rid of. That's dispense. Eloquent, fluently persuasive and articulate. Eloquent means fluently persuasive and articulate. For example, the president gave an eloquent speech about unity. Eloquent. Enthrall, captivate or a charm. Enthrall means captivate or charm. The magician tricks enthralled the audience. Captivate or charm. Enthrall. Captivate or charm.
Enthrall.
The magician tricks enthrall the audience. Captivate or charm. Enthrall. Eradicate. Eliminate or destroy completely. Eradicate. Eliminate or destroy completely. The program aims to eradicate childhood diseases. Eradicate, eliminate or destroy completely. Fledgling, untried or inexperienced, emergent or rising. Fledgling, untried or inexperienced, emerging or rising. Fledgling. Fortitude, mental strength or courage that allows one to face challenges. Mental strength or courage that allows one to face challenges. Fortitude. Fortuitous, happening by chance, especially a lucky chance. Fortuitous, happening by chance, especially a lucky chance. Goad, incite or provoke. For example, she tried to goad him into accepting the challenge. Incite or provoke. Goad, imminent, about to happen soon. Incontrovertible, undeniable, impossible to dispute. Incontrovertible.
Incontrovertible.
Yeah, incontrovertible, undeniable, or impossible to dispute. Itinerant, habitually traveling from a place to place. Itinerant means habitually traveling from a place to place. Itinerant, habitually traveling from a place to place. For example, he lived the life of an itinerant salesman, habitually traveling from a place to place. Magnanimous, noble or generous in spirit. Noble or generous in spirit. Magnanimous, magnanimous, noble and generous in spirit. For example, she was magnanimous in victory, praising her opponent effort. She was magnanimous in victory, praising her opponent effort. Benevolent, beneficial, magnanimous, noble or generous in spirit. Meritorious, deserving of a merit, commendation, deserving reward. Laudable, meritorious. Mutiny, a rebellion against authority, violent strife. A rebellion against authority. Mutiny means a rebellion against authority, violent strife. For example, the captain forced a mutiny from his crew. Faced a mutiny from his crew. Yeah, a captain faced a mutiny from his crew. A rebellion against authority, violent strife. Paradoxical, seemingly contradictory, but nothing nonetheless possibly true. Seemingly contradictory, nonetheless possibly true. For example, it's paradoxical that the medicine make him feel worse before he gets better. Paradoxical. Perseverance, persistence in an action or belief despite of difficulties or opposition. Perseverance. Render, make or provide. Deliver or verdict. One meaning of render is make or provide, another meaning is uh, deliver or a verdict. In case of courtroom, deliver or verdict, render, make or provide. Repertory, repertoire, repertoire,
Repertoire.
the collection of skills, method or performances that one is ready to use. Repertoire, the collection of skill, methods or performances that one is ready to use. Arsenal, repertoire, repertoire, resilient, able to recover quickly from a difficult situation. Resolute, firmly determined or unwavering. Resolute means firmly determined, unwavering. For example, he took a resolute stand against the proposed changes. Firmly determined or unwavering. Resolute. Supple, pliant, flexible, easy to bend, supple. Pliant, flexible, easy to bend, supple. Velour, strength of a mind in the face of a danger, bravery, velour. For, for example, the soldier was awarded for his valor in the battle. Strength of a mind in the face of danger or bravery, valor. Arresting, attracting attention or striking. Arresting means attracting attention or striking. For example, the painting has had an arresting quality that captivate everyone in the room. Chastise, criticize harshly. Cumbersome, large, heavy, slow and complicated. Large, heavy, slow and complicated. Cumbersome, large, heavy, slow and complicated. Economy. Economy means frugal or effective use of resources or of words. Economy means frugal, effective use of resources or of words. Elementary, basic or fundamental, basic and fundamental, elementary. Embellish, make more beautiful or attractive by adding ornament. Another meaning of embellish is making something sound look better than it is in reality. Embellish, make more beautiful or attractive by adding ornament. Ornamentation, embellish. Euphoric, intensely happy or excited. Intensely happy or excited, euphoric. Exonerate, clear from accusation or blame. Exonerate means clear from accusation, blame. Exonerate. Extrapolate, predict by projecting past experience or data. Predict by projecting the past experience or data. Extrapolate, predict by projecting the past experience or data. Extrapolate. Falter, weaken or waver, especially in the face of difficulty or hesitate. Weaken or waver, especially in the face of difficulty, hesitate. For example, her confidence begins to falter when she missed the first question. Falter, weaken or waver, especially in the face of difficulty, hesitate. Falter. Fervent, exhibiting enthusiasm or zeal. Fervent means exhibiting enthusiasm or zeal. Example, his fervent desire to succeed drove him to work hard every day. Fervent, exhibiting enthusiasm and zeal. For example, his fervent desire to succeed drove him to work hard every day, exhibiting enthusiasm and zeal. Fervent. Foment, incite or cause troublesome act, encourage. Incite or cause troublesome acts, encourage. Foment means incite or cause troublesome act or encourage. For example, the rebel leader tried to foment a revolution. Yeah, that's a foment. Gaff, gaff. Let's pronounce it.
Gaff.
Gaff. A foolish or embarrassing error, especially a public one. A foolish or embarrassing error, especially a public one. Gaffe. Heterodox. Deviating from what is acceptable, commonly believed. Heterodox means deviating from what is acceptable, commonly believed. Histrionic. Overly dramatic or emotional. Histrionic means overly dramatic or emotional. Implicit. Suggested thought, not directly expressed. Suggested thought, not directly expressed. Implicit. Inviolate, not violated, free from hurt of any kind. Inviolate, not violated, free from hurt of any kind. Liability, something or someone that creates a risk or a disadvantage. Someone or something that creates a risk or a disadvantage. Liability. Obstinate, stubbornly adhering to an opinion, purpose, or cause. Obstinate means stubbornly adhering to an opinion, purpose, or cause. Obstinate. Painstaking, done with careful attention to detail. Painstaking means done with careful attention to detail. Phlegmatic, calm and unemotional disposition. Phlegmatic. Prodigious, impressively large in size or extent. Prodigious, impressively large in size or extent. Prodigious. Propensity, an inclination or a tendency to behave or think in a certain way. An inclination or tendency to behave or think in a certain way. Propensity. Qualm, a feeling of apprehension or doubt. Qualm, a feeling of apprehension or doubt. Qualm. Renege, fail to fulfill a promise or obligation. Renege means fail to fulfill or promise or obligation. Renege. Stint, supply an insufficient amount of something. Stint means supply an insufficient amount of something. Temper, to moderate or neutralize something. Temper means to moderate or neutralize something. Temper. Tentative, uncertain, subject to future change. Uncertain, subject to future change, that's a tentative. Unprecedented, never before seen, done, or experienced. Unprecedented, never before seen, done, or experienced. Vivacious, lively and animated in spirit. Allusive, making indirect reference or hint. Allusive means making indirect reference or hint. Astute, having the ability to notice or understand things clearly. Astute means having the ability to notice and understand things clearly. For example, her astute observation made her a standout detective. Commence, begin or start. Convalescent, recovering from illness or a treatment. Convalescent, convalescent, recovering from illness or a treatment. Curb, strict or control. Curb means strict or control. Decry, publicly criticize or condemn. Decry means publicly criticize or condemn. That's a decry. Duress, compulsion by threat or force. Duress means compulsion by threat or force. For example, he signed the document under duress. Duress means compulsion by threat or force. Evoke, bring to mind or produce a reaction. Evoke means bring to mind or produce a reaction. For example, the photographer evoked memories of our childhood. Fawn, display exaggerated affection or flattery, usually to gain favor. Fawn means display exaggerated affection or flattery, usually to gain favor. Fret, be constantly or visibly worried or anxious. Fret, be constantly or visibly worried or anxious. For example, she begins to fret about the upcoming exam. Fret. Be constantly or visibly worried or anxious. Glib. Fluent but insincere and shallow. Glib means fluent but insincere and shallow. For example, his glib remarks fail to address the real concern of the people. Fluent but insincere and shallow. Glib. Headstrong. Determined to have one's own way. Stubborn. Headstrong means stubborn, determined to have one's own way. For example, the headstrong child refused to follow instruction. Intermittent, occurring at irregular interval, not continuous. Intermittent, occurring at irregular interval, not continuous. Intermittent, sporadic. Ir, ir,
ire,
ire, anger or wrath. Ire, anger or wrath. Languid, caused casual and relaxed slow. Languid means casual and relaxed slow, weak from disease, weariness. Languid.
languid,
Lull, calm or sent to sleep, usually with soothing sound or movement. Lull, calm or sent to sleep, usually with a soothing sound or movement. A brief pause, delay in activities. That's a lull. Mettlesome, spirited and brave. For example, the mettlesome horse faced the challenge with energy. Mettlesome, spirited, and brave. Mollify, calm or reduce the anger or anxiety of someone. Appease, pacify. Mollify, neutralize, counteract or cancel the effect of something. Neutralize, counteract or cancel the effect of something. That's neutralize. Nonplussed, unsure about what to say or do, confused. Nonplussed means unsure about what to say or do, confused. For example, he was nonplussed by the sudden change of a plan, nonplussed. Unsure about what to do or say, confused. Precipitous, extremely steep. Precipitous means extremely steep. Done quickly without care. That's precipitous. Pretentious, attempting to impress by affecting greater importance than is actually possessed. Pretentious, attempting to impress by affecting greater importance than is actually possessed. For example, the movie was criticized for being pretentious and lacking substance. Attempting to impress by affecting greater importance rather than is actually possessed. Pretentious. Profound, of a person or idea, having a deep insights or knowledge, very large or intense. Profound, one meaning of an idea or a person having a deep insights or knowledge, another meaning is very large or intense. Propagate, spread or promote widely. Recourse, a source of help or strategies used in a difficult situation. Recourse means a source of help or strategies used in a difficult situation. For example, when negotiation failed, they had no recourse but to leave. When negotiation failed, they had no recourse but to leave. A source of help or strategies used in a difficult situation. Recourse. Refute. Provoke to be wrong or prove to be wrong or false. For example, she refuted the claim made against her. Refute means prove to be wrong or false. Regress, return to a less advanced or former state. Regress, return to a less advanced or former state. For example, after the trauma, he seemed to regress to a childlike state. Regress, return to a less advanced or a former state. Repercussion, an unintended consequences of an event or action. An unintended consequences of an event or action. Repercussion. For example, the financial crisis had a serious repercussion worldwide on unintended consequences of an event or action. Repercussion. Replenish. fill something up again. Replenish means fill something up again. For example, after the party we had to replenish our food supplies. Recharge, replenish, fill something up again. Vigilant, keeping careful watch for danger or difficulties. Vigilant means keeping careful watch for danger or difficulties. For example, be vigilant about locking your doors in this neighborhood. Keeping careful watch for danger or difficulties. Vigilant. Assail, attack physically or verbally. Assail means attack physically or verbally. Benevolent, showing kindness or goodwill. Berate, scold or criticize harshly. Buoyant, light-hearted and lively, having a cheerful attitude. Buoyant, light-hearted and lively, having a cheerful attitude. Buttress, support or reinforce. Buttress means support or reinforce. For example, the lawyer buttressed his argument with the facts. Support or reinforce, buttress. Condone, forgive, excuse, or overlook. Condone, contravene, go against or violate a rule, law, or convention. Contravene, go against or violate a rule, law, or convention. Denounce, criticize or speak out against. Criticize or speak out against. Denounce. Denounce means criticize or speak out again. Again, speak out against, criticize, denounce. Despotic, of a ruler with absolute power, tyrannical. Despotic, of a ruler with absolute power, tyrannical. Deviate, go off course from, strays from one's some strays from some norms. Go off course from. For example, it's a risky to deviate from accepted protocol. Diverse, digress, veer, deviate, go off course from, strays from some norms. Disinterested, unbiased. For example, the judge remained disinterested and fair throughout the trial. Disinterested, unbiased. Es- Escalate, increase or intensify. Escalate means increase or intensify. For example, the situation began to escalate, causing concern among the residents. Increase or intensify, escalate. Exorcise, drive out from a person, place, or things. Drive out, such as an evil spirit or some other thing from a person, place, or things. Exorcise. For example, he was finally able to exorcise the haunting memories of her past. That's exorcise. Finicky. Fuzzy or hard to please. Fuzzy or hard to please. Finicky. For example, she is finicky about her food and only eat organic. Finicky. Fuzzy or hard to please. Fastidious. She is finicky about her food and only eat organic. Finicky, fuzzy or hard to please. Foil, prevent something from being accomplished. Foil, prevent something from being accomplished. For example, the police managed to foil the robbery. Foil, intertwined, twisted or linked closely together. Intertwined, twisted or linked closely together. Inundate, flood or overwhelm. Ironclad, unbreakable or extremely strong. Jeopardize, put in danger, threaten. Jeopardize, put in danger or threaten. Mercurial, having a volatile character, fickle. Obvious, not aware of or noticing something. Oblivious, not aware of or noticing something. Perpetrate, commit something, often a crime, carry out. Perpetrate. Plaintive, expressing sorrow or melancholy. Plaintive means expressing sorrow or melancholy. Poignant, emotionally moving. Poignant means emotionally moving. Quiescent, quiescent, being at rest, inactive, or quiet.
Quiescent, quiescent.
Quiescent, being at rest, inactive, or quiet. Reiterate, say or do again multiple times. Subside, become lower, decrease, or become less intense. Subside, subsume, include or contain something else. Subsume means include or contain something else. Surmount, overcome something typically a challenge. Surmount means overcome something typically a challenge. Tangential, only superficially relevant. Tangential.